And welcome to Tech Talk with Colleen. Woo! Bow, bow, bow. I am excited to be nerding out with y'all today about video sales letters, right? So, show of hands, first off. Who here knows what a video sales letter is? And who here is using one and is confident in theirs? So, let me know in the comments 1 through 4. 1 being I've heard of them, not really sure, and haven't tried, to 4 being I've got one and it is killing it, right? Let me see. Don't see me going live in the group. So let me see if something is going on here. I think my system is being wonky. Yeah, let me retry this. I don't see the video. Oh, I love when technology does great things when you're live. Oh, here we are. Okay, we are live. Wonderful. If you're in the Facebook group, make sure to click on the link in the description. Melon. And I just put it in the comments so that I can actually see when you comment. Yeah, super fun. Okay, so we're going to dive into mastering video sales letters, right? So we're going to talk about what they are, how they work, why they work, and what you need to include to get that conversion boosting magic of a VSL, right? They're really going to supercharge your conversion. So let's talk about the problem many businesses face when they neglect the power of a video sales letter, right? Picture this. You've poured your heart and soul into crafting the perfect sales pitch, but despite your best efforts, your conversions can remain a little stagnant. You may even have okay conversions, or maybe they are interested, but just not today, right? You know you're going to solve their problem. They know you're going to solve your problem, but they just didn't pull the trigger. You're not alone. In today's fast-paced digital world, traditional sales methods can often fall short of capturing the attention and full interest and trust of a modern consumer. And that's where video sales letters can come in and be super helpful for you, right? These are a really great conversion catalyst, right? Unlike a traditional sales page or emails, VSLs leverage the power of video to captivate audiences, invoke emotion, drive action, and build trust, right? That's huge, right? Studies have shown that incorporating video into your sales strategy can increase the engagement, retention, and ultimately conversions. And with the rise of video consumption across social media, there's never been a better time to harness the power of video for your sales arsenal, right? So now we're going to get into where it can be really genius. Imagine having a video sales letter strategically placed on your thank you page immediately after someone books a sales call, right? How awesome. So they've already shown that they're interested because they've booked a sales call with you. And now, before they get on with you, they're actually able to see a video of you speaking to them. So you're already building that know, like, trust factor. You're able to address a lot of questions that take up time during a sales call that ultimately don't really need to be taking up that time, right? It's like having a virtual salesperson ready to deliver your pitch and build rapport with your prospects even while you're sleeping. This not only reinforces your message, but keeps your brand top of mind as they await their scheduled call, because they have more information to digest, right? You're giving them content of you speaking to them, right? And I know we haven't gotten to onboarding, but this also is part of onboarding, right? If they don't believe you can get them the results that they're looking for, then they're not going to move forward, right? They want to see you being able to execute the thing that you say you're going to be able to help them with. And even if you're not a sales coach, even if you're a health coach or any other entrepreneur, right? You are selling you're selling an experience, right? You're saying that I'm going to sell you this thing and it's going to be able to get you these results, right? And how much easier is it to be able to say the right thing and have the right words when it's in a video that you pre-record and they watch every time before they get on a sales call, right? So, but enough talk. Let's dive into what really it takes to create a compelling and high converting VSL. So, for starters, you want to have attention grabbing headlines to compelling storytelling and irresistible offers, right? So, you want something that's going to resonate with your audience. So, you need to know who your ideal client is, like who's watching. So, let me know in the comments, who are you speaking to when you make your VSL? Who are you speaking to, right? How old are they? Are they a man or a woman? What's their background? What's the problem they're having, and what's the solution, right? And I know a lot of you guys have been in the Jenna group track universe. You got to remember to speak chocolate and not the broccoli you know that they need, right? So grab a pen and paper because you want to write this down. Or if you're like me, grab a Google Doc because I will never remember what that is. And you also have your friend, good old ChatGPT, to help you noodle through it, right? So when you have your video sales letter, you can also, on that same page, include testimonials, right? So whether you have written testimonials, you have testimonials to your Google profile, Google, your business page, your Facebook page, testimonials posted in your Facebook group, wherever they are. Or if you are using a video testimonial software, make sure that you have testimonials below that video sales letter, right? Because first off, you're building that rapport with them and they're hearing this from you. And then they're able to see real results from clients. Because as much as you can tell them that you're amazing and that you're going to help them achieve these things, when they see that in conjunction with testimonials on the same page, that social proof is so impactful, right? Because if someone gets on a sales call with you, right, typically they're not typically they're not going to be booking it within 24 hours, right? I know my schedule is crazy, so people are tending to book a couple of days out, and by then they've kind of lost momentum, right? There's a bit of a disconnect between where they are on that excitement roller coaster between when they book the call and when they get on the call. So having this additional information, additional content for them to absorb makes a big difference. So all that information is still in their brain, right? And so we talked about having a compelling story, right? Talk about the journey you've taken clients on, where they were before they met you and where they are now. So if you want, I do have a workbook. I know, shocker, right? As always, we've got a workbook that's going to bring you through the bullet points so that you can work through for yourself what you need to include. So if you want the workbook on video sales letters, make sure to comment workbook and we'll send you the link to go grab that. And if you're like, okay, this sounds great, and yes, I want the workbook, but I need more help than that. Like, I'm not even sure where to begin. Just comment, call, and I will reach out to you. We can get on a call and see what it'll be looking like to get some help to get that done for you, right? So with your video sales letter, again, you want to have a compelling, you want to have a hook. Like, what is the thing you want them to leave that video with? You want to be able to tell them a story about what it's like working with you, setting expectations, right? Do you have a program? Setting some, pre-selling them on what you're going to be on a sales call for, right? How many times do you get on a sales call and you have the same conversation over and over, right? We do this, we do that, right? We solve this, we solve that. A lot of that can be addressed in that VSL so that when they get on the call, they've already gotten that and they're able to have a real conversation with you beyond the basics of things that you can address easily in a VSL, right? You want to make sure that you're including the call to action, Because you can also, if you got a good VSL, you can have a button that says skip the call. Let's dive into my program, right? How many times have you gotten on a sales call to go into a program or buy something and you're like, well, I'm pretty much really sold on this. I just wanted to connect with you. And if they had given you the opportunity to watch a video that talked about the things that would give you that confidence in that purchase, that you wouldn't have even needed a sales call in the first place. You'd be like, you know what? That's right. This is going to do the thing that I want. This is going to help me solve my problem. You know, I like that person. I trust them, right? Because they're buying into you as much as they're buying into your offer or your program or whatever you're selling. You know, I can tell you from firsthand experience, I buy into developers as much as, if not more, than what their software does. Because I need to know that I trust the person that I'm going to be investing in. And yes, guess what? As much as you're investing in yourself and say you go into a coaching program, you're also investing in them, right? So your clients are investing in you. They need to trust, they need to believe and have confidence that you're going to be able to help them achieve the results you're saying that you're going to help them with, right? They need to believe, and beyond that, they need to believe that they're going to be able to do that, right? And a good video can really make a huge difference in your conversions. And you can not only pre-selling them, but getting them to just buy right in the thank you page, right? How awesome would that be if your conversions increased while your sales call requirement went down, right? How nice would that be? Isn't that what we all want anyway, right? Like if we had less sales calls and higher conversion and higher sales rates, like that's the dream, right? So I challenge you to grab our workbook and work through it and build out your video sales letter. And you take it to a step further. Once you got it built, post it here in the group. Let's get some feedback going. Let's see what you guys have going. And you know what? Maybe we'll make it a challenge. Yeah, why not? So if you grab our workbook and post your video sales letter, then we'll do a drawing, and whoever has the best video sales letter by audience vote will get a call it a 90-minute tech strategy session with me. Why not? I really want to make sure that you guys aren't just here learning, but I want to make sure that you're executing, right? Even if you're not in my program, right? Like the big thing I'm about here is making sure that people know how easy tech can be. Tech doesn't have to be hard, right? Sometimes it takes some time to like actually sit down, write out the script, decide what you want to say, get your lighting in your video right? Once that's done, that video is done, right? And that means that is now an asset. That is an asset you have that you can use over and over again, right? And so you can put that in the thank you page when someone books a sales call. You can put that in the thank you page when someone opts into a lead magnet. You can use that all over the place, right? Heck, depending on how long it is, you can chop it up in bits and pieces and use it as social content. Make some reels, right? We want to make sure that we're working smarter, not harder. So, and also Facebook group, Facebook peeps, make sure you click on the link in the description. It's also the first link, first comment in to the melanapp.com/Facebook. This way I get to see who you are, because right now I just see Facebook users saying nice and that they're in. So make sure that if you want in on this, make sure you comment workbook. We're going to give you the workbook so you guys have a guide and structure so you know what to do to create your video sales letter. And then we'll have a thread to post it in. Let's say next week. We'll give everyone about a week to build out their video sales letter. And yeah, let's do it. Let's just nerd out, build these out so that it's done. Because that video sales letter is going to help you with those conversions, right? It's going to build that know, like, trust factor. It's going to be able to set expectations. It's going to be able to pre-sell them on it. It's going to build the confidence in them that they can, in fact, do the hard thing that you're going to coach them through doing. So again, you want in on this challenge and giveaway, then comment workbook. We'll send you over the workbook so that you have a guide to your VSL, and then we'll have a post next week for you to enter. So if you have, and again, right, if you've never done this before, that's okay. It's okay to do something new. It's okay to do something that feels scary, that might feel hard, because once you do it once, guess what? But did you die? That is what I have my husband tell me whenever I'm like, oh my gosh, how can I do this? It's hard, it's scary. And look what else you've done. And did you die? No. You can do it. And once it's done, you get to repurpose it. You get to reuse it over and over again. Right? So in the comments, 1 through 4, 1 being, I never have silly questions that could easily be answered, to 4, all the time. How many times have you been on a sales call and they're asking questions that you're like, how did you not already understand this through the DMs that I've already said this, right? You're regurgitating the same information over and over. So 1 being, I don't have repetitive conversations in my sales calls. 2, 4, it happens all the time, right? And that's what we want to reduce. And think about the customer journey experience, right? How much easier is it for them if they can skip the sales call? They get to know you. They feel like they trust you. They now have confidence in you. They have expectations set of what's going to happen in the program that they want. They already want to buy it, right? They already want to buy it. They have booked a sales call with you. They are in a sales conversation. So why not make it easier for everybody and record a video, right? I know in one of the coaching programs I'm in, one of the coaches is on a cruise around the world. And guess what? Her Zoom isn't working. So she's actually having to do her sales calls via Looms. And she's getting a higher conversion rate than when she did sales calls. I'm telling you, being able to pre-record your videos and knock out all those questions they're going to ask in a way that prevents you from swirling down something else or overselling them. Let me know in the comments. 1 being, no, I never have this issue. To 4 being, I oversell or fall down a rabbit hole or squirrel off on a topic because they said something that sparked a thought and I thought I needed to really dive into that, right? I know that happens to me all the time because I love my tech. I love being like, look at this cool thing we can do and this cool thing and this cool thing. And suddenly they're either overwhelmed or they're like, I can't get that. Or the whole point of being able to get on a sales call is to instill confidence in them, right? It's to make sure that they believe that they can do the thing, right? I know we've got a football coach here, right? So the parents need to be able to believe that their child can do this, right? That's a whole nother ballgame. You're now selling the parent that their child can do a thing, right? So think about it, right? What are the feelings and emotions and thoughts that your prospect is going through before they get to be on that sales call with you, right? I imagine that if they're looking for a coach for something, that they feel less than, they may feel incompetent in certain ways because they know that they need help to get something done. And isn't it a lot easier to just watch a video and be like, yeah, I can do that, than have to go talk to someone? They have to ask questions and answer questions, feeling uncomfortable, not really knowing who you are. And they also don't, unless they go back and watch the replay, which, yes, we said, I know we've always said, record your sales calls and send them the replays. Who watches those? But a 2 to however long video you make on your sales video, that'll get replayed. And if you're using the right tech, you can track who's watched it and how long they've watched it, and even adjust your follow-up from that, right? Like if they obviously they booked a call, so we're putting this on our thank you page. So we know that they've seen the video. But if they haven't watched it all the way, why not include a follow-up email saying, hey, I noticed you didn't get a chance to watch the video. I want to make sure that I can set expectations before we get on the call. And in today's day where there's more awareness around neurodivergencies, more awareness around people having anxieties and all this. If you can set those expectations, you can answer all their questions, and they don't have to get on a video call with you. I don't know about you, but I'm in, right? Like, if I can watch a video and believe that I can do something, then yeah, I'm going to buy it, right? And I know you have seen those. I know you've been in those funnels where you're like, oh, you know what? Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's do that. Or, you know what? I'll add that upsell on, right? Because you can also leverage this to upsell them. So there's a lot of different ways you can leverage it. But if you don't have a video sales letter at all, then I mean, you're missing out. So if you're just joining, we got a workbook for you. So make sure you comment workbook to get that. If you want some more, want to learn about what it would be like to get one-on-one help with this, just comment call. And we're going to have a challenge. I'm going to challenge everyone to grab the workbook. And then next week, we're going to have a post. So next Friday, I'll put it up so that everyone's got a little over a week to get their video sales letter together. And we're going to have a thread you can put your VSL on. And we're going to have like a vote, see who gets the most convincing sales letter. And you'll get a 90-minute tech strategy session with me to dive in, audit your system, figure out what you need, whatever you want to cover. We got 90 minutes to get nerdy. So I'm really excited about this, because also partially because I'm forcing myself to get my VSL that I've literally had a script for 6 months and just find other things to do. So this is me holding myself and you accountable to this. So we're going to get it done. It's going to be a lot easier than you think. And once it's built, guess what? If you don't like it, you can always make another video, right? Pop into Zoom, click record and just talk. Go make a Loom and just talk, right? Because the point of the video sales letter is to speak to your client, right? Because they're already pre-sold on you because they booked a sales call. They believed you enough to book a call. Now they need to trust you and believe that they can do it. It is not about you at this point. It is about them. Do they believe that they can do it? And do they believe that they can trust you to guide them, right? That is the power of a video sales letter. You guys, I am so excited about this. Like, I really want to see everybody here making their video sales letter this week, right? It's going to be a game changer for your business. I promise you, because not only just for like the discovery call, lead magnets, social content, there's so many ways you can repurpose this. All right. So again, comment workbook. We'll follow up, get you the workbook for it. And if you want some one-on-one help, just comment call and I'll message you my call link. We'll nerd out and get it done. All right. With that, I'll see you next week. Later, nerds.